What's going on, everyone? Good evening. It is Sunday night. We got an awesome show planned tonight for 52 card pinup with Miss Cara Nicole. I'm going to share out one more place real quick because Facebook's a D-bag and, they moved all my groups around that I share to. So give me just 1 second to share this out to one more group, please. And we will get this show on the road. So I'm going to call out the sponsors of the show real quick. We have 183 Degree Studios, which is in-house with us tonight with AZ Powergirl Cara Nicole and Alfred Trujillo Doo. Check out their awesome Patreons with the links in the description above, as well as their current Kickstarter 52 card pinup. They also have the 183 Degree Studios website, which is also in the description up above. So please check that out. We also have Melone Management with Lisa Melone. If you have a project, an Indiegogo crowdfunding campaign, Kickstarter, anything of this such, and you need help promoting it, you need help looking for stretch goals while you keep working on your project, hit up Lisa Melone with Melone Management. She can take care of you. She can do all the legwork and all the advertising, the promotion for you, setting up your shows, so you can get back to that project that you love so much and get it finished. We also have Codex Entertainment LLC with Luis Torres. Right now, check out Lily the Demoness Chapter 5, which is live on Kickstarter. Link is also in the description for that. Get on that, as well as Whispers of Necropolis, Ace and Starlet, and Nebula Pearl, which was the latest installment from Codex Entertainment, which included works from Cara Nicole, Alfred Trujillo, Wendy Steinshaner, CB, Zane, and Michael Shoemaker. It was a collaboration, and it was freaking awesome, so check it out. We also have Naughty Fairies with Miss Wendy Steinshaner. Check out Naughty Fairies. They're back a kid up above for the Naughty Fairies con that happened earlier this year, as well as the Etsy link to get a hold of all of that Naughty Fairy goodness. If you missed out on it, you can get back issues as well as the Stripper Day sale stuff that's on sale now. That includes some awesome pinup covers of Miss AZ Powergirl Cara Nicole, available on that website. We have Outpost 426 Studios with CB Zane and Michael Shoemaker. Check out the Mighty Mite #1, which is live on Kickstarter now. Link is also in the description for that. Get in on that before it's gone. If you missed out on Comic Unity Online Con and you missed out on that breaking issue with the Mighty Mite in it, it is also available as a tier in the Kickstarter for the Mighty Mite #1. So get in on that and check it out. You can also check out Into the Suck as well as Scorpiana, available from that studio as well. And last but not least, we got DPopp Customz with Dustin Poppins. Do you have a print that needs dusted off and jazzed up? Hit up DPopp Customz. He can take that super sweet print, light it up, box it up, frame it up. They look beautiful. You'll probably see some in the background whenever I bring Cara Nicole out, as well as in the background when Wendy Steinshaner's on. They are beautiful. So if you have a print and you want to jazz it up, hit him up and he can take care of that for you. So without further ado, we are going to bring out Miss AZ Powergirl Cara Nicole. Ah! Ah! Yeah, sorry, that's quite the mouthful. I'm like, blah, blah, blah. I feel like I'm running an auction.
Going $5, let's go. Hey, wait a minute, I'm more than $5.
So we got Sergeant Raul in there. Hello, buddy. Liked and shared. Thank you very much. Oh, and there's Alfred T-Virus Trujillo Doo himself.
You know how awkward it is to go to bed every night? Hey, baby, how you doing? Doobie.
Oh, my gosh, that's great. Oh, get out of here, Brett. I don't even want to hear it, man.
Ah!
Brett, you're fired. You remember that. I think you're coming on the 6th. I think I'll just cancel that show right now. Hold on. Let me mark it off my calendar. What's going on, Mark? Love the sweater ensemble.
Don't you know it's called I'm Being Cold Chic?
So you just got done at a con here recently. How was it getting back out in the con world again? It
was weird. I didn't know what to expect. Like, are people gonna, like, what's how's this going? Are you we cool? It was great to see some people that I've been friends with for a while and online, that we see each other regularly. So it was really great to actually see people in person and like get those hugs again, sucking out your soul. And that was really That was really nice. I wanted to go to meet the great, legendary Mickey Dolenz. And so I threw this, hey, you have donuts? What?
No, I don't have donuts. It's a joke. So, Dan, I always had this joke going on with Comic Unity Online Con. Other than tasing Luis Torres, one of the things was we had to keep Luis away from the mini donuts. And, Dan never got the mini donuts because Luis ate them all. So, part of his Kickstarter package for me is going to include mini donuts. So, he was just wondering if I was eating his mini donuts.
No, are you eating his mini donuts? I went to con. I went to Steel City, and it was pretty comfortable. It was pretty chill. It was very packed in certain areas. I was in the armpit, which meant that there was a little more open space where I was. I was on a corner, so they have to have more room for the fire marshal, as opposed to the aisles. So, usually I'm exhausted. It was a great show. And it felt like old times again. I was really concerned about how that was going to feel going back, what the situation was going to be like, if I was going to be comfortable, if I was going to be okay, if other people were going to be okay. And for the most part, it was as if nothing happened. And that was really sad to me as well, because I think that when something this drastic happens, we need to learn from it, remember it, and grow from it. And it was just like it got tossed aside like nothing had ever happened. And that means we didn't learn, which means in another 100 years, we're going to go through this dumb shit again. Just like we did 100 years ago, just like we did 100 years before that. It takes us 100 years, we learn nothing. So, that's just my 2 cents. I had a wonderful time. I got to spend some time with great people. I got to meet new creators, and it felt so good. Oh, I'm so sorry. It just felt really good to be able to talk comics again and be with people. And you know what it's like when you go to con and then you get together with a bunch of people and you go out to dinner and you have a meal with somebody and you have a drink and you just talk about business and working on making your stuff bigger and better. And, it felt really good. And for some reason, those weekends, you don't sleep. You don't,
Nope.
you work all day, you work all night, but it feels good. It's invigorating.
It is, and I can't wait. I'm actually really excited. Now, the 17th of next month, I'll be attending my first con as a creator. So I'll be setting up the West Explode Studios booth. It's Heroes Con in Perryville, Missouri. It's Heroes for Kids Con.
God, Heroes, that's the best.
It is. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Are you exhibiting?
Yeah.
That's such a good one.
I'm pretty excited.
Right. We want to go to that one. We're going to be at Comic Palooza that weekend.
Are you?
And then
Heroes for Kids Cons.
The following month we'll be at Planet Comic Con in Kansas City.
I know. I wanted to go to that so bad. Hey, James Smithers, how's it going? How's it going, Troy? I wanted to go to Planet Comic Con as well, but that is the same weekend that we have our work trip to Big Cedar Lodge in Branson. And I'm like, man, do I sneak away like one of the days and go to the con, or do I skip out, or do I go to that? But I'm excited about Heroes for Kids Con because they did it 2 years ago, and all the money that was raised from the vendors and the people that go to the show went towards Cardinal Glennon and St. Louis Children's Hospital, which Cardinal Glennon's where Roderick has his open heart surgeries at. And this year, coupled with, because last year they shut down, so last year and this year's money is going towards St. Jude and the Veterans Memorial Fund. So if anybody lives nearby the Perryville, Missouri area, please come check out Heroes for Kids Con. It's Saturday, July 17th. I believe it starts at 10 a.m. and goes to 5 p.m. It's like $5 to get in. So anybody that lives in the area, please come and check it out and help out these great organizations. But I'm super excited. I'm excited to go meet people. It's like, we've I've been out and about with working, but like it's like been weird. Like, you know, for the last year and some odd months, it's just like, you know, you're out, but you don't want to go near anybody. You don't want to talk to anybody because you're like, oh my God, you know, what if? And then it's like, you know, like you said, now the cons are opened up and you go out there and you're talking to people and everybody acts like nothing's happened. So like you said, there's going to be a repeat in 100 years because not everybody's vaccinated.
Well, and they say that even if you are vaccinated, it does not mean you won't get it. It just means you won't die.
Yeah. Let's see. And Troy said, I'm waiting to see how Awesome Con and the Baltimore Con will be there, bigger than Steel City. So interested in seeing how things go.
So I don't know.
So let's talk about 52 card.
Oh, yeah. Let's do that.
Let's talk about 52 card pinup. So how did this idea come to be? Like, I haven't really heard much about it. So how did you come up with the idea for 52 card pinup?
So Wendy and Steph did a card deck and I loved it. And I thought, you know, what if I did that? What if I did just like a simple campaign? You know, we'll run it for 2 weeks. It'll be a fun little thing. And Alfred's like, well, you know, you could take those images and put them in a book, make it a bigger campaign. And I'm like, you're right. And, you know, then it was like,
you didn't want to admit it either.
No, because I'm the wife and we don't do that.
That's right.
So, yeah, it was a matter of, why not? And it's been like so long. So, you know, it was, how do we make the deck and the book like work, right? How do we make this work? And I said to Alfred, I said, you play that game 52 card pickup? And he says, no. And I'm like, well, maybe it's not a real thing. And maybe people in my life are just mean. And I thought, okay, my idea was stupid and I'm wrong. I should just go die in a fire now. And then I asked around. I said, hey, Steven, you know the game 52 card pickup? And he's like, yeah. Hey, you know the game 52 card pickup? Yeah. Turns out, and I'm like, everybody knows this game except you. It's not me. You're the one that doesn't know. And he's like, we didn't play cards where I'm from in Mexico. We played dominoes. And I'm like, you don't want to play this with dominoes. Somebody's going to get hurt. So the idea was that that it would be 52 card pinup.
I didn't see anything.
That's right. So yeah, so that's kind of where the idea came from. And then there was, well, what if there's more than 52 cards in the deck? And it's like, who cares? It's play words. Then you get a bonus. And if you're going to bitch, then you're kind of crybaby and you're kind of unappreciative and kind of stupid and naughty. And so, you know, I was looking at like how many cards are in the deck and where are the jokers coming in, right? And Alfred's like, what is the joker for? Has anyone ever actually thought, what is the purpose of the joker? And I'm like, well, I believe it's just an extra couple of cards in case you lose a card, then you can write, you know, what that card is and have a couple of spares. So I Googled it and that's exactly what it is. It's just a couple of spare cards. So, you know, that's kind of where we came up with this idea. And then it was like, okay, well, let's give him some extras. So we threw in as a couple of stretch goals. Thank you, Shannon. The wild card. And you can't have an uneven amount of cards. So we've got the two jokers, which are actually Harley and Joker. And we've got a wild card, which is Waldo. It's my Waldo wild card. And I threw in an old maid in case you wanted to play that game.
That's awesome.
Right? So it's and then Alfred was like, And he made money with my face on it. It says, this is illegal tender. And so we have Cara Cash that you can get in the stretch goals. And we have some music. So we've got an EP that was, you know, released song by song as the stretch goals passed. And, you know, we've got 3 songs that we're now releasing with this campaign. And we have something that you can add on, and it's actually a case with custom poker chips as well in that. So this has just been a lot of fun to be able to add different things and do fun things with. We wanted some different stretch goals. We obviously have the standards. We've got a magnet coming up next. We've got wallpapers, digital wallpapers for your phone and your computer. Lots of little fun things like that. Can I pay for cover commissions with Cara Cash? No, because you're just going to use them as a stretch goal. Hey, 230.
Lewis.
We've got 20 more backers to go for one stretch goal, and then we have another stretch goal that will open up at 25.
So I'm going to show off some of the art that you guys can find in here. I'm not going to show off the whole campaign, but I want to give you guys some of an idea of what you are able to get in here. Let me zoom out a little bit. You can go ahead and keep talking, Cara. Sorry.
So that's actually a book cover, but it's also available as a print now as an add-on. Every card has a cosplay, and people, and Alfred was concerned. He's like, well, are you going to have enough cosplay to do that? And I'm like, I've got boudoir sets and regular sets if I need to mix and match. And let me tell you, I did not have to repeat a costume in this deck, and I still have costumes that were not put in here. So there was no repeating of costumes in the deck. Now, I do have like my bikini Chitara in the deck and in the book with a standard Chitara as a cover. But yeah, there is no duplication in the deck. And I tried to like line them out like the clubs. They're all very dark. I did shoot new content for every single king. The kings are all me with a crown. No costume, just me. The queens, our queen of clubs, you can see there is Elvira, because Elvira is a queen. She is an icon. And then our Jack, your Jack is your warrior. So that's going to be our Vampirella. And then our ace is our super sexy one. Diamonds, our queen is our hostess from Unstable Frequencies. The Jack is Ahsoka, our warrior.
Can you hear me, Cara?
Yeah, I sure can. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Sorry, I apologize. The Wi-Fi network cut out on my phone, and
it's fine. It happens.
I was like, oh no.
So the spades, you can see it's not as dark as the clubs, but Fire Bitch is our queen because she is our, our creation and like the queen of our comic book little mini empire that we're working on. And Wonder Woman is our warrior, our Jack. And finally, in the diamonds, no, hearts. In the hearts, Dolly Parton is our queen, and that was shot by Lisa Melone. And Dolly Parton and Elvira are like the angel and the demon sitting on your shoulders, So she is another queen icon that I personally look up to. So we've got our main cover. They're all named after poker terms. Our Chitara, other people call it Chikara. See what I'm doing?
See what you did there.
See what we did there. Is there a Steph Wilson cosplay in the campaign? Tell them to put it on. We'll make it a stretch goal. Winning is our Velma. You can add a deck of cards to any of these covers for just $15. You've got the Black Cat, and then now we're getting into the holofoils. This is Color Up. This is our the Captain Marvel, and this is a holofoil piece. And then Good Odds. This is actually the first image of this month's Patreon set. So everything always combines with each other and always goes back to each other. So this is my stockings piece from my stockings photo set that will be coming out with my next Patreon as well. 2 pair for the Catwoman. People really, really loved that image. It was a lot of fun. And this one, Implied Odds. If you notice, those patches have the Facebook symbol with little handcuffs on them, and I'm in handcuffs, and it says like Facebook inmate something along those lines. And that is in honor of my constantly being.
Yep. So, constantly in jail.
This was shot by Alvin Johnson, and it is a holofoil jeweled edition. So HRH Princess Jewel is going to be jeweling that as well as putting it on holofoil. It is going to be glorious. And then this one is Card Shark. And a lot of people asked, hey, can you make that an add-on? So I did make it an add-on as a print. I mean, you can add it on as a book, but you can now add it on as a print in specialty foil. We're not using standard foil. We're using specialty foil. And then the strip. And let me tell you, Cara doesn't have a landing strip because Cara can't shave in a straight line. But the heart comes off. Damn, and the sensor bar comes off. But I think I want to make that sensor to sticker so I can stick it on the backs.
You beat me to the punchline. I was going to ask if there was a landing strip. Damn it. Ruined it. Done. I'm done. I'm just kidding. That Facebook image is hilarious. Cara Nicole, your creativity.
So we also have some packages. So you can, we've got the side pot. You see everything you get there is in there. And we've got different levels of packages based on what you want. But you can also build your own package. And what you do is just start with a deck of cards and then go into the add-ons and pick whatever you want. We have producer packs. We have VIPs. With the VIPs, you get a bottle opener and you get a medal. You get a medal that says VIP.
One of the things I want to touch on, because I hear this question a lot and I have to explain it to people a lot, I want to let you kind of explain to people what the advantages of getting the producer level is as far as cons and stuff like that goes.
So when you're a producer, you are now a part of the project. You are listed in the credits, not as a backer, but as a producer, as in you helped produce this product. So sometimes people will say, hey, you can get a pro badge at a convention if you are a creator. What producer packages do is it allows you to be a creator in the project. I will say that our producers, if they ever come to me and make a suggestion, they are much, much, much more likely to be put out there. One of my producers had the idea to make these mouse pads. Now this one's filthy because I've been using it, and I did because I thought, hey, this is a great idea. So we made these mouse pads, and some of these are still available. So yeah, he had this idea to make these mouse pads, and I did. So we definitely take producer suggestions far more seriously. Because they do put more into it and they are listed as a creator on the project. They are the producer.
And what that means is you can get discounted badges or you can get those early intro into the con badges where you can get in before everybody else does. So that's definitely a perk you can think of. If you can get,
if a convention does pro badges and allows those types of things, then you do qualify for that. Now we've got some prints. These are both holofoil. This is our Social Media Diva 2 and our Silver Bell. And then we also have the prints before that. There are 6 prints before that. We've got a new Burger print, a new Powergirl print, an Ahsoka, a Mira, a Harley, and a Provocative. And then we also, like I said, we just added on, you can add on the bottle opener for $10. And this print is now available, this Black Cat for $20. And the specialty foil Card Shark is now available as well. So now this is a 24 by 36 inch poster that you can add on. Those are always shipped separately. So people are like, why is the shipping high on this one? Because that's got to be rolled in a tube. So here's our stretch goals that are all unlocked. and it goes down to the computer wallpaper and the magnet are next. Here's a few pictures of some stretch goals. The dealer chip, the music, the oversized cards, the Cara Cash, the Waldo, and my favorite. So one of the songs we did is called Secret Heart, and it is a cover from Tight Fit, and it was not one of their famous books. It was their music pieces. It was not one of their most coveted songs. And the Monkees actually did a cover of it on their album Pull It. And I'm a huge Monkees fan. And so Alfred and I were listening to music, doing one of our at-home date nights, which is great because you don't have to worry about getting an Uber. And he says, "That's your song." We play music for each other from, different parts of our lives and different countries and whatever. And he was like, "That's your song." And we turned it into this huge, awesome, like synth thing. It sounds nothing like either of the original songs. And it's actually part of the intro video.
And there's a close up of the card pack.
We've got, no, it's the book. It's the
book. I mean, yeah.
The book. Yeah. We've got some of the books printed out. This one is supposed to be foil and it's not. It will be on the original, but he printed it wrong. Velma.
I used to watch the Monkees when I was a kid.
You can see some of the insides. Ah! So the insides, they don't have the card headers around it. They are just the images. So for those of you who have trouble reading, you can just look at the pictures. So you can see what we've got going on here. It will have, on the inside front cover, it will have VIPs as well as all the credits. And the back's going to be lightened up a little bit to match more of the book, the card box. And yeah, we've got, so no words this time, unlike that pesky Confessions with all those things you had to read. Ah! And this is not necessarily the order this will go in. We don't know yet. There was suggestions that maybe we move it by deck, by suit. I don't know. But this is just a sample. That's why it's black. I would never have a blank page. So this was just kind of a sample to get an idea of what we are looking at.
So it's definitely awesome. I love the project. It looks really cool. And I like the fact that you're doing soundtracks now. That's something that's really cool that, you guys did with Fire Bitch 2, and you had the mini video game. And so now is that something you're going to continue for projects from now on? You guys are going to have a soundtrack to go with each project, or is it something that you'll dabble in and out of?
It really just depends. We do try to put out a music piece every month. We did miss last month because we were busy with other things, obviously. We're working on a music video right now for a song that came out with the calendar campaign called In Between. So we will have all three of those In Between and that other one. It was In Between and Alfred, Line, and Do You See Me and Way It's Meant to Be. So the three of those were meant to go together. So we will have a music video for all three of those. I do want to put a lot more into the video for Secret Heart. That will not be an easy one. And those of you who backed the Fire Bitch campaign will get the CD in your package as well. It is literally a CD as well as the digital album. And everyone that backed Fire Bitch 2 has the digital book, the video game, the digital photo sets, as well as the digital audio files.
And I popped that link in there for everybody if you guys want to go check that out for everybody on Facebook and on YouTube.
We're at 230 backers. We're 20 backers away from a stretch goal, and we are just under 500 away from a stretch goal as well. So if you, somebody go and get a VIP, you get everything you see here, and you're going to get, and we'll hit that next stretch goal.
And so, for those of you that don't know Cara, she does all kinds of stuff from, if you can't tell from the campaign and her talking about that, from music videos to photo shoots to cosplay. You've done a ton of cosplay covers for, Lily. You've got Naughty Faeries. What's one of the other ones I'm forgetting?
Jim Noble, Totally Rad Comics,
Totally Rad
Patriotica, Vampirella from Dynamite, our books, Fire Bitch. I did starring Sonia Devereaux was another one I did. I've also been on a couple of novels from Michael Bradley.
And so you're kind of a jack of all trades.
I am music, a jackass of all trades.
Jackass of all trades. Now, is that a term that Alfred coins
Sisterhood.
for you?
Alfred did what?
I said, is that a term that Alfred termed for you, a jackass of all trades?
No, that's mine.
That's yours.
Oh, Sapphire Spectre.
Sapphire Spectre, yep. That's
yes,
the
thanks,
other one.
you guys. I'm like, I don't remember.
Yeah, there's been so many. It's like I knew what they were, and like when I went to try to say them all, it just like all.
Oh, Vampires of New Jersey.
Vampires.
Bunny Goes to Space.
Bunny Goes to Space. Yeah, that's shipping now too. I'm excited to get that. Hashtag jackass of all trades. We're gonna have to get that on the back of the hashtag sorry about Cara.
Yes, I was thinking that too. Hashtag sorry about Cara. Yep, and on the back of it, jackass of all trades.
And then also, you guys, you write books like you did. You and Alfred helped write Nebula Pearl. You've got Fire Bitch and Fire Bitch 2 that just funded on Kickstarter and Indiegogo, and then as well as you guys will soon to be have coming out in the near future, Unstable Frequencies, which I will always bring up, as I've said before. I'm excited
and
to see that.
The Unstable Frequencies song is on the Fire Bitch 2 soundtrack. It's called Unstable Frequencies, and we have that, and then we have the word line. No. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, yes. So we currently have one of the stories with an artist right now, and we brought in a beautiful colorist that is doing a sample, and I have high hopes for this. I think it's going to be really, really great. We're talking to CB Zane about doing a story as well as JT Malloy. So the thing is you're getting multiple artists on this. It's not the same artist or the same colorist. It is not the same story from story to story. These are actually completely different stories, all in a Tales from the Crypt style book.
That sounds really cool.
I'm very, very excited about it. And they're, like I said, they're all very different. So you don't have this happens, then this happens, and this happens. Like these are very different characters, very different stories with some amazing characters, beautiful, beautiful art. We're bringing in new artists. I know some people are like, oh, you're not having so-and-so. It's like, no, because we want to choose the art style to match. The Hostess is not her own story, just so you know, Mark. We're doing, I forgot what I was going to say. Someone else just say it for me. You're going to anyway.
So I do have a quick question. So about this project, you said it's going to be like a Tales from the Crypt style story. So does that mean that each issue that comes out, you're going to have a story from start to finish on each person's part of the book? Or is it going to be continuation from, like, say, your story to issue 2 is going to continue?
It depends.
Depends.
It depends. We're doing multiple stories in one book. It is an anthology. And then the next book will not necessarily be a continuation of those stories. It might be some new stories with a continuation of one story. We're going to kind of let the fans determine what we do there. So if they really love this story over here, then we might continue it in the next book. We might wait a book to continue it. We might just kill off everybody in a story. So I'm not telling y'all anything.
You're going to die. You're going to die. They're all going to die.
Right. And then you might come back. So here's the thing. I don't want to hear that there's too much dialogue because it's a book. It's made for reading. This book was made for reading. And that's just what you'll do. And if you don't read that book, it's going to come right after you. I just threw that out. Pulled that right out of my jackass right now.
Oh, see, it was supposed to be, and if you don't back that book, we'll find and murder you. No, I'm just kidding.
You said it, not me. He said it. It can't be taken back. Cannot be taken back.
Cannot be taken back.
Unring the spell.
Well, yep, I can. We'll wipe the memories of everybody that's watching, and I'll cut that.
It's been said. It's been done. They better do it. You heard him. You heard him, Russell Allen. Stories with heart. Your
that's
heart.
Right. Hold on. I think I got a knife over here. Well, I'll use my 3D printed Mewtwo to rip your heart out. I'm just kidding. As a writer, people talking is key. Yes, very much important. Dialogue is very important. And Bobby said interconnected stories. If it's on the internet, it must be true. Ooh. But yeah, like I said before, you're super busy. So not only are you doing photo shoots, you're doing cosplay covers, you're writing stories, you're doing songs, you're doing music videos, and you're also doing. Are you still doing the Monday night movie, or was it Tuesday night?
Tuesday night movie. If you're on my Patreon, you get a special link, and it's become just such a great group of people. We all check up on each other. It's almost like a little therapy group. Look, let me tell you, join my Patreon, come to Tuesday night movie night. It is the most affordable therapy group you're ever going to join. We all take care of each other, check in on each other, and watch a movie and do some ripping on it. And sometimes it's a good movie, and sometimes it's a bad movie, and it's always a good time. I like the bad movies the best. Yes, Troy says Sunday Diva Brunch. That's right. We've got all the girls bringing you topics of discussion, and you get to kind of hear it from, the witch's watering hole.
So what are some of your favorite con stories so far from this year?
From what?
From this year, from the cons that you've gone to this year. So what are some of your favorite stories?
I got to meet Mickey Dolenz. Super excited about that. And I got to go to his panel. Thank you, Troy, for saving me a seat. And I got to go listen to him talk about, I love history. I love pop culture history. It is amazing to hear about what things were like behind the scenes that we don't know about. So going to to that Mickey Dolenz panel was so amazing. I met a kid who was this was a very MASH heavy convention. And there was a guy who was dressed as Radar, and he was a little guy too. He's a little British guy. And he had like one of those big cameras in his hand. And I was like, oh man, it'd be great if you had the bear. And he's like, I do have the bear, but I'm carrying this today. So I'm bringing the bear tomorrow. And he brought the bear and he came back to my booth so that I could take a picture of him. And it was just super, super cool. It was great to see Troy and Mark again. They both came to the convention. Super exciting. And, Bob Barker. Thanks, Troy. So this guy's at my table, right? My buddy Chuck's there and he's talking to him. And I come back to the table and, hey, you'll never guess who this is. And I'm like, who is this? And he says, Bob Barker. And I'm like, oh, you look great from the grave, from Bob Barker, right? His name's Bob Barker, like from the game show. And we're talking and whatever. And this other guy comes up and he's in this Star Wars uniform. He says, hey, Cara, it's nice to see you again. I used to see you on the West Coast shows. Now I live out here. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. I'm so glad you came by. What was your name again? And he says, Bob Barker. And me and Chuck look at each other. And Chuck is Goofy Kaka Cosplay. Follow him. And we look and we're like, someone messing with me here? So I'm like, so wait. Your name is Bob Barker. And your name is Bob Barker. And they look at each other and they're like, and they start like swapping stories. And it turns out that they grew up about 30 miles away from each other. And I'm like, you have the same dad and he had a secret family. That's why you're both named Bob Barker. And the guy's like, oh no, because my grandfather's name is Bob Barker and his father's name is Bob Barker. And I'm like, that's why he had to name you both that. And they look at each other and they start talking. I don't know what happened there. I did dress as Black Phantom, and Mark Holmes showed up as Gender Bend Black Phantom. So I had my counterpart there. And like I said, I got to hang out with some great creators. And I will say, don't eat Mexican food in Pittsburgh. Just like don't eat sushi in El Paso. It wasn't the worst Mexican food, but it was quite disappointing because, you know, I'm from the South here. Like, I'm from the Southwest. Like, Mexican food is in our blood because we eat that much of it. So any other questions?
Does anybody have any questions for Miss Cara Nicole, AZ Power Girl? If not, I'm just going to start asking all the questions here.
Ask all the questions. Go for it, Russell.
So, besides Power Girl and some of the other characters, what is your favorite character to cosplay?
Zombies.
Zombies?
Zombies. Super, super gross zombies, too. Like, one time, I was this really horrible... Mark, I already explained the secret mystery key. It's the key to my secret heart. Look up the song Secret Heart. So, so zombies, right? So everyone's always like, especially men, you all are like, I like girls for their personality. Bullshit. Bull fucking shit. Because when I'm a gross zombie and there's like ooze coming out of my nose and blood coming out of my face and I'm all like distorted and rotted, you know, I went and I hit on everybody at that con. You like me for my personality, right? Everyone was like, you know what? You like a girl for her personality until she's oozing. Then suddenly you're like, unless y'all weirdos want to buy her panties, and that's a whole different thing. But yeah, so no lie, they're all, you know, I like you for your personality. Yeah, sure. Well, then they're like, oh, you could take me away and eat my brain any day. But the minute you show up with the fork, then suddenly they're like, no, girl, I didn't mean it like that.
Hey, Bobby says, how difficult is it to come up with a villain?
About as difficult as it is. What's your favorite color to wear in cosplay? Whatever color the costume is. Because if I just be like, I'm gonna do the White Queen, but my favorite color is green, then people are gonna say, are you Poison Ivy? I'm like, no, I'm the White Queen, but my favorite color is green. So yeah, next. Carol, why you so mean?
Because you're honest, you're blunt and honest, right? Yeah. People dig bluntness and honesty. I mean, would they rather you lie? I'm gonna play the Scarlet Witch and I'm gonna wear purple.
I'm the Purple Witch.
Are you the Wicked Witch of the West? No, I'm the Scarlet Witch. Damn you. What is your most comfortable cosplay outfit?
Okay, that's a great one. And it is Black Canary. And I like Black Canary because it's literally one suit and a pair of fishnet stockings. And I use a pair of boots that I wear regularly and a jacket that I wear regularly. And I keep her neck piece in my pocket of that jacket so that if I need to to wear this, and that suit doubles as a bathing suit too. So if I'm going to a convention where a bathing suit option, for swimming or whatever is a thing, I have a Black Canary. It's super easy, especially when I'm traveling to places that I have to fly to because of that. So yeah, Witch Mark Holmes, I did what you said and I packed things around that hat and it's destroyed now. So have I ever get starstruck? So far, none of the celebrities have hit me, but I did give Talent Caldwell a piggyback ride once.
Did you what? Wait a minute.
In downtown Albuquerque.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
How did that happen? Wait, we got to hear the story behind this real quick.
Something after con drinking downtown. Yeah.
Have you ever worn a costume under your regular clothes?
Constantly. I'm doing it right now. Oh, wait, never mind. Would I ever cosplay as a Batwoman? I'll send you a link. Send me the costume.
Funny. Now I forgot what I was going to ask you. They threw me off. Like all the questions came through all at once, and there was something else I was going to follow up on, and I totally. So one of the things that I did want to ask you is for the people out there, what cons do you have planned in the near future that they can meet you at? Besides Planet
Comic Palooza Nerdin' Out Con in Minnesota, don't you know? And that is super cool. So the people from Rochester, Minnesota, and you can't say Minnesota without saying Minnesota, don't you know? And I'm going to Nerdin' Out Con there, and my buddy hits me up, and she's like, "Hey, we moved to Rochester from Albuquerque, so now we're going to do this show. So it's great that the people that I got to see in Albuquerque are now going to be in Rochester." It's like, I didn't see that again. So Rochester, super, super cool. And then also King Con. I know, say that, King Con. You got to like try to, and that is out in Washington State somewhere.
Yeah, I couldn't say King Kong. Like, it would be really hard. I would probably say King Kong 50% of the time.
Right? Oh, and then Unicon. Not unicorn, Unicon in Las Vegas. And just for shits and giggles, I will probably be making an appearance at Monster. What's the Mad Monster Party. Mad Monster Party, because it's down the street from my house. And my people want to see me, and they're like, "Hey, you want to come hang out with me?" So I will probably not be in cosplay. I might. I don't know.
And then in December, you guys are going to C2E2, correct?
Maybe. We do not have confirmation on that.
Okay, you don't know confirmation.
No. Troy says, "Do you prefer to make your own outfits or have them made for you?" You know, I used to really love making costumes, but I get really stressed out when I'm hired for it, because when I'm creating a costume that is based on your character, then I want to make sure it's right. I want to make sure it's accurate to your universe and your creative design. Whereas if I'm doing like a DC or a Marvel, who gives a crap? I'll do what I want and I'll make it my own. But if I'm doing something that I'm being paid for, I want to make sure it's right. It's very, very stressful. I'm currently working on a corset for Patriotica, and like I spent 3 days looking for my boning. And no, it's not what you think. It's actually spiral steel. It's horrible stuff that'll stab you in the chesticles. Oh, is Shannon gonna pull it out? It's this stuff that I have to like cut, and then you got to like find your dikes and like your wire cutters, and you gotta like get it in there, make sure it doesn't stab you to death, and make sure everything looks right and fits right. And in my case, make sure my boobs don't fall out. So yeah, when is the Vegas con? October something.
Or you like making them yourself until you have to make wings for Naughty Fairies.
I liked that, actually. That was a really fun experience for me, getting to figure this out and like hunting down the materials and making it work. I really enjoyed that. And I still have those wings. What Dragon Ball would you like to cosplay as the most? Who in Dragon Ball would you like to cosplay as the most? I don't know. I don't know. I can't answer the question. The commander says I got to log off. Awesome. Okay. Night, Sergeant.
Grant, I don't even have to ask that. I got a whole thing full of Cara Vampirella cosplay behind me. I don't even have to ask that question. And she was on the
cover of Vampirella, my friend.
Yeah, she was on the cover. So how dare you not know that?
How dare you not know?
How dare you come up in here and just even ask that without knowing? I mean, that's it. You're fired. Just leave. Just kidding, buddy. Jackie and I are going to Vegas in December.
Where's Vegas?
I'm not sure.
Oh.
There we go with the grammar.
I don't think I could do Bulma. Everyone does Bulma, and I will get myself in trouble because instead of writing Bulma, I'm gonna write bulimia. and I want to do that, folks. Story about Cara. How is it not like written in the cards? Shannon's over here nodding, like, yeah. You know, it's true. How do you not do that one?
2. Thanks, Raul. Love to you too, buddy. Hope you're doing good.
Watch the movie Eating Raoul. It's named after you.
Well, I'm going to shut this show down unless anybody else has any other questions. I know you're really tired. You've been conning. You've been making music videos. You've been making cosplay. You've been doing cosplay and photo shoots and dealing with Alfred. And, that's no easy task, So I'm going to give you the full screen and let you give everybody the rundown on where they can find you on Patreon, as well as give everybody a quick rundown of the Kickstarter again one more time.
Okay, I am AZ Powergirl Cara Nicole. You can find me on Patreon at patreon.com/AZPowergirl. You can find me on Insta, Twitter, Tumblr, all of the ats at AZ Powergirl. Not EZ Powergirl. No. I know where your mind's going. AZ, like from A to Z or Arizona Powergirl. Now, you can also find me on Facebook.com/AZ Powergirl. And don't forget to follow me on OnlyFans at AZ Powergirl, and check out my new Kickstarter for my new cosplay photo book and card deck, 52 card pinup with over 52 images, all on a deck of cards, as well as in a pinup book. So if you can't see that small and you need your glasses, just get the book instead. I've got numerous covers to choose from, and you help support cosplay when you support campaigns like mine. So thank you so much, Russell Allen, for having me on, and back at you, my man.
It helps if I unmute the mics. I try not to be rude while people are giving their spiel, and I always forget to unmute. Thanks so much for being here tonight. Thanks for hanging out and chatting and telling your con stories from this year. It's great to hear that things are starting to pick back up, and I can't wait to start going to cons again. I'm super excited, and I'm really hoping you get to come to C2E2, because that's the only reason that I changed my mind of not going, because screw December in the Midwest, and Chicago sucked in March. I can only imagine in December, which I don't know. Sometimes we still have 80, 90 degree weather here, so maybe it won't be too bad. But
put in it. Let's see if they tell me yes or no or what I know.
Well, I will have to stay in the loop of that, because I think Wendy's going to possibly be going. I think CB Zane might be going. I know there's a couple of people that might be going, so it's going to be super exciting to finally get to meet all of you guys. But thanks so much for being here. Yeah, it's a big powwow. So I'm going to kick you to the back room for a second. I'll be right back. Thanks so much for watching today, guys. And for those of you that watch back, thanks so much for coming back and watching this. Please check out AZ Powergirl Cara Nicole. Well, you can find her on Facebook by looking up AZ Powergirl. You can find her on Patreon at the links above, as well as the website 183 Degree Studios, where you can get art, original art, prints, all kinds of good stuff from that website. Also sign up for their newsletter from MailChimp. I believe the link is on the website for that as well. If not, you can find that at Alfred T. Virus Trujillo in his link, or on the AZ Powergirl Facebook page. So guys, check out 52 card pinup. Please back it. If you can't back it, throw $1 at it. If you can't throw $1 at it, at least share. Sharing's free, and sharing is caring. And right now, Facebook's being a big dick bag and not letting people share their stuff out. So we count on you guys to help spread the word. Tell your friends, tell everyone, and help make these campaigns a success. Thanks so much for everyone that came tonight and watched this show. As always, this is Russ Explode Studios with projects that will blow your mind. You guys have a great night and a great week. I will see you tomorrow for the official unboxing of the Xenonanite Titan, the Fall Before the Rise proof, and the books will be coming shortly. I'm super excited, and I'll see you Tuesday night for another awesome show. Good night.